Yeah, back together again. Problems like this, does that sometimes remind you to maybe the earlier days when Suede was just starting?
Yeah. I mean, that's it's not really a problem. I mean, it's quite a good thing, I think. One of the things about doing it is that when you start a band, your reasons for doing it are incredibly pure. You know, because you're not expecting to make any money or anything like that. You're doing it for the sheer enjoyment of it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of characterised this tour. One of the things that's been really good is we're not playing a lot of places. We're doing the places that we like playing, and we're trying to make it very kind of straightforward. Just go out and do what we enjoy. It's not, you know, part of a huge rigmarole of touring anymore, and it's been kind of a revelation, to be honest.
Whereas for you, as a solo artist, you sometimes said you try to explore the essence of music, but returning back to Suede, did you discover some new things about the songs that you've written back then?
Yeah, I mean, I think having 7 years away from anything gives you real perspective and helps you decide what's good about stuff and what's not good about stuff. And, you know, your limitations and what you can do really well. So yeah, I think just you realise what a great back catalogue Suede have got. It's a really exciting prospect going on stage and playing those songs. It really is.
Yeah, looking back in retrospect, can you put your finger on what the essence of the Suede songs are?
What's the essence of Suede songs? I haven't got a kind of like a pithy little kind of thing. No, I don't know. There's a lot of drama in Suede songs. It's probably if there's one thing that kind of characterises all good Suede songs, it's an element of drama. In one way or another, you know, some of the drama is it has got like a punk feel to it, like things like Metal Mickey and Can't Get Enough, and some of it has got a romantic sort of swoop to it, like things like Asphalt World and stuff like that. But there's drama in it.
Can you remember the first time you got back together again, maybe in the rehearsal room after announcing that there was going to be a reunion? Can you remember that day?
Yeah. We went to a little place in Ladbroke Grove, close to where most of us live, and we kind of just ran through a few songs. We started with Film Star and worked our way through a few, and it was, I don't know, it fell into place. You know, it's a weird thing. It's very strange because I mean I've played some of those songs with Brett when he did his solo tour, and you know I've had other people play them, but there's something in the kind of chemistry of a band that just makes them sound, you know, correct when they're played by a certain group of people. And
getting on stage on the first time since 2003 for the first time, what kind of feeling was that for you? What did you experience?
Yeah, it was amazing. It was, you know, the shows we did earlier this year in London were amongst the best we've ever done, and very, very exciting experience. So.
There's something really celebratory about them. That's what I found. You know what I mean? It's one of the things about playing now is the people who come to see love the band, and we're loving doing it. So there is a kind of aura of celebration about it, you know, and it just has that little special feel to it.
Brett, in another interview that you did with FaceCulture 3 years ago, you said that sometimes it's kind of sad. A reunion is sometimes a sad decision. But what was it that this time it felt right?
Well, I don't disagree with myself. I'm not, you know, I have said that bands shouldn't reform, and there's part of me that thinks that they shouldn't do. You know, I'm not kind of that black and white. That sort of, you know, it's, you know, I think everything is much more complex than. There's an element of me that wondered whether it was the right thing to do to reform Suede. Of course, I'm not that kind of like simplistic. It wasn't just like, yeah, let's do it. I thought long and hard about it. I thought about it for a long time.
And what was the thing that convinced you to do it in the end?
I don't know, something instinctive. Just thought it just felt right.
I mean,
the
fact that the first gig was for Roger Daltrey's Teenage Cancer Trust, I think was just a way that we all felt we could do it. And if it wasn't great, then the one time that we came back together, it would be for a really good reason, you know what I mean? And it kind of gave us a get-out clause. If that gig hadn't been great, and if we hadn't enjoyed it, and if we hadn't got the right reaction, I think we just would have said, well, great, you know, that was a good thing to do, and then gone off and done our own thing.
If the Cancer Trust had asked you to do this 2 years ago, would you have said yes, both of you?
I think we probably would have said no. To be honest, if you'd asked me a week before and it hadn't been for such a good reason, I think I would have said no. You know, it was the first time I really seriously thought about it was when Brett called me and said, for the Roger Daltrey thing, do you want to do it? And it just popped in my head, yes, you know, it just felt right.